One doesn't have the same monetary value as you, but he outlive you.
I feel like in a way that's still out of your control, though.
So why do we have competition if the real competition is...
Because that's what I'm saying. We have competition to determine who's better.
Who's the judge?
The winner of the competition determines who's better. Whatever you're competing for.
Who's the judge or who's the winner?
What you mean? The whoever is competing, the two people that's competing, they agree on this is what we're going to compete on. Like whatever, just name anything. Like if it's a foot race, you and I, it could just be me and you, no other people out there. And we decide to race. The judge is us.
Okay.
Whoever win. If I won, I'm the winner. And if you won, then you're the winner.
What if you die after you win the race and I tell everybody I won the race?
But that's still...
No, I'm asking a valid question. What if you die after you won that race? I tell everybody I won the race. You killed yourself beating me in this competition, and I won the real race is longevity in life.
But what I'm saying is, competition is the determiner of
tap your mic too.
Who's better.
We lit too.
You feel me? That's why we compete, is to determine who's better or who's worse. So the question is somebody what was the question? Is one person better than another?
Yeah.
And my answer is that's why we compete to determine.
I feel that. I agree. But I
You're
feel like competition solidifies who better than the other. You might perform that one day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You might perform one day, but you know how competitions be. Like,
I understand.
Yeah.
But as man,
you could have got me on an off day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's how we determine the better or worse.
We definitely do.
So it is better, and it is people out here that's better than others.
So like for instance, right? So man, one day I went on this long road in my brain, right? And this long road in my brain made me think of like basketball, for example. Like LeBron James could have 5 other All-Stars from one team, 5 All-Stars from the other team. Mm-hmm. They could all link up and play basketball in the park, right? Doesn't even matter if it's not on the NBA stage. So LeBron could drop 100 points in a street basketball game, but it's not in a regulated game. Does it even count?
I don't know nothing about basketball.
Man, and it all this. Because we got to go off of everything is relative.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that counts. It counts relative, like to the people that it counts to, like to the street people. It may not count to the NBA, but it counts to the street people because he beat everybody in the streets. You feel me? So he's the better street basketballer according to the competition that was according to that competition that you know what I'm saying that they competed in. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
I don't feel that way. I feel like placement, where it happens matters, right? Like, if we had a great conversation off camera, yes, we had a great conversation off camera, but we didn't do it on camera, then we have no recorded evidence of it happening. So you just having a basketball game out there with you and your friends, it don't count, really, unless you're taking track, you're taking notation of it. Like, if there's not, like, for instance, like, if me and you were battle rappers and we rap backstage and I beat you, then we get on stage and I lose, who really won? You won on stage.
One won off camera and one won on.
That's what it comes down to, perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your perspective. So, okay.
That's a good segue, because now we're going to talk about good and evil. What?
Let's do this real quick. Where is my camera at here? What the fuck?
You got to go to this man home.
This is wrong, bro. Damn, this shit is... I think y'all took my camera down here. All right, listen. I see what's happening here. Wait a minute.
Oh, we put your camera at the bottom?
Yeah, I put my camera at the bottom. Let me fix it.
Hey, man, don't mess up our camera, man.
Span say, wait a minute. I clicked on this.
We had a hard time fixing that.
Here we go. Here we go. Now, I mean, my shit's still a little... As I fix this camera live on
Facebook and YouTube and the stratosphere that's watching in this underbelly of video editing software?
Well, where I wanted to go with is, with the perspective of, is anything good or bad, right?
Yes.
I definitely think there are some things that most people find good or bad, but to say it's definite is kind of like, I don't think that's not right.
Right.
And we don't know shit, man. Like, I don't think that we know anything. And so some of these things that I think about are, like, where are we at? Who are we, for one? Like, we call ourselves human beings because that's what you learned that you was.
Yes.
But you don't know, like, what type of creature you actually are.
I guess it all depends on what you're comparing it to.
I'm just saying, like, what are you, though?
Wait. So I'll refute that for 2 points, right? They say that when an elder in your family dies, a library is like a library being burned, right? So you know who you are based off of who your ancestors told you were. And that is a recurring theme in human, you know what I'm saying, like ancestry, is your elders tell you who you are. Your elders give you the last name. Your elders set you up with a first name. They give you the certain name, which are things that, like we said, with like etymology, right? Like we had Dennis and Dancer on here. His last name Dancer. He comes from a family of entertainers. He's now an entertainer today. My last name is Johnson. Well, that's really not my real last name, but that's a longer story to get to. But like etymology of a word it's like a meaning. Like my real name is Curtis. I'm very courteous. Always courteous. My whole life I've been courteous. It's because my ancestors set me up that way. So I can't just say I don't know anything. I'll just say I know what my elders told me. I at least have that as a...
Okay, so my
as a guy.
point is this. Like, what is your life? What is the meaning of life?
I think it really comes down to perspective, and you know what I'm saying, and it's all relative, because I feel like you are a product of your environment.
But do you know that?
That's
everybody
evidence.
don't.
That's
nobody
evidence.
does.
Nobody knows.
I don't really
you
believe
don't know
that
where you came from, and you don't know where you're going. I mean, that's just a fact. Now you can come with all of your thoughts.
I can say I'm going straight home, but that'll be
else. No, I'm not saying where you're going tonight.
Okay.
I'm talking about when you die. You don't know where you're going, and you don't know where you came from. You don't know where you existed before here, and you don't know where you're going after, and you don't know what life is either. You don't know what you're participating in. You are following cultural norms. You're following all these different things that have been set in place in order to make this a stable society or whatever, but you really don't know what you're doing here from a spiritual standpoint. Like, you don't know the Creator's purpose for you.
So how would you find or look to find that answer, though? You know
I don't know.
I feel like you gotta try different stuff for real. I feel like you do, and I'll be watching motivational speeches, and I feel like basically to find you have a career. You have a career to make money, and you have a gift to, like, you know, network, meet people. Mm-hmm. I feel like you have both.
Well, see, to me, I think we have this inherent God in us, man, where we know we do something wrong. I don't care if nobody's around, man. Nobody could be around and you would do something and you feel terrible about it. No matter, ain't nobody there to arrest you, nobody there to check you, nobody to hurt you. You literally put this own weight on yourself when you're doing stuff wrong. Like, a lot of people fall into this self punishment off things they've done, like the point where, like, they literally are their own punishment. Like, there are people who have killed people, got away with it, and turned themselves in. What's the one brother's name? G. Depp. Yeah. G. Depp got away with murdering somebody, but that conscience is what made him turn himself in.
So does that mean? Does that make your act wrong? Because you're conscious, because, like, say you say he got away with it, or like, say if you do a certain thing and I do the same exact thing and you feel bad about it but I don't, you know what I'm saying? So does that make that action wrong because you feel bad about it, or does it make it right because I don't feel bad about it?
Well, like, let's make this a real life scenario, right? let's say, for instance, you're driving down the street and somebody runs out in the middle of the street and you run them over and you kill them. You're going to feel terrible about it. But were you wrong?
No.
Would you feel wrong about that? What? So I made that a real life scenario, such as you're driving down the street on your way, and on your way somewhere righteous, somewhere where you're supposed to be, and someone runs out in the middle of the street and you run them over and you kill them. Do you feel like you are wrong for that?
Nah, because that was a mistake. Like, you gonna feel bad about something.
A mistake on whose part? Because, like, you could have thought in your head, man, if I just would have went down the street, if I wasn't having my phone on, if I wasn't to this music, if I had my... You would be second guessing all these...
Accident.
Yeah.
But it's like, you gonna feel bad about doing something, about hurting someone. You know what I'm saying? Most people feel bad about hurting someone accidentally or...
Inadvertently, right.
Yeah. But let's say, like, something that you go out and it was your...
You were drinking and driving and you ran somebody over.
I'm talking about something that you did intentionally.
Okay.
Like, say, we're gonna say, like, you slapped the shit out of somebody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You did that intentionally. You know what I'm saying? To the person you slapped, they might feel like you was wrong. But you might feel justified for slapping that person.
Based off of
whatever you slapped them for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You felt justified. So, does that make you wrong?
I think it's all perspective. I think, like how Smith and me talked earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's...
I feel like it's a 50-50 for real, because you shouldn't have let that person bring you out your character. And then...
What if that was your character, though, to slap people?
That's not your character.
That's talk. It's like it's... I mean, oh God. Now we're going back to, like, butt whoopings, right?
Yeah.
Whooping your child, is that wrong or is that good?
I feel like disciplining your child is not wrong.
Yeah.
Period. But I also feel like abusing your child is wrong. So a whooping can either be discipline or abuse.
Depends on how you do it.
Depends on how.
What if your child is softer than what you think they are, and when you whoop them, they feeling abused?
Every time I got a whooping, I
feel
abused.
okay.
So to your child, you're doing them wrong. You are abusing them. No, your first ass whooping hurt. Your first ass whooping hurt. It hurt your pride. It hurt everything about you. That is abuse.
Abuse.
Don't put your hands on your child, but you still discipline them, and they still feel abused.
I think in most scenarios, we'll say that most, especially black households, they go to the belt first before we get taught. No. Let's be honest. I grew up in a household. I love my black mama, Bridget. I love you to death. She went to that belt first. It wasn't no sitting around talking like how I do. I'll talk you into your ass whooping. I will make a promise with you saying, if you do this again, you know what you have coming. This is like, I'm making a promise with you. So do not be looking at me bad or crazy when you earn this ass whooping.
He said he checking in from Nebraska.
Man.
He's a world traveler.
Yeah, he is, man, boy.
Easy to call in.
Yeah, it's easy to call in, for sure.
He's 937-991-0025.
Anybody
I think we are beyond the point of what I'm trying to say. Like,
but go ahead. Like, reel it back in.
My thing is, I'm outside of just good or bad, but I'm saying, like, you don't even know. And this might be kind of like weird to y'all that I keep saying this shit.
Nah, go ahead.
But my point is, like, I actually don't know what life is in itself. I mean, I know, like, all the things that I participate in. I know, like, the structures that are set up and the things that I'm not supposed to do. But I don't know if this is just practice for another level that I'm going to go to. I don't know if this is some kind of boot camp. If the Creator has created us to go through this, and then the fucked up people who can't be disciplined and can't turn down things for His glory and honor, like, He don't want them. So He's using earth in this decision-making process as some type of weed be gone. You spray it all over your grass and it only kills the weeds, right? So earth is the Most High is that. Because if we start talking about just like, we talking about sacred text, there's a sacred text, the Bible is saying that God kicked Satan out of heaven down to earth. And after He did that, he created man and put him here with a raging lunatic that's out to devour and only destroy the creation of the Most High.
Right.
And he put us right in his playpen or his jail cell. So what I'm asking is, why would you put your child in a cage with a lion that's only wanting to eat your child? And then when your child gets eaten and destroyed by this creature, you don't kill the creature but condemn your child to death. And that's what we're getting from this story of Adam and Eve and these other biblical stories that we're basing a lot of what's right and wrong off of. Most of our laws is formed around the Ten Commandments and all these other just like some of these is like obvious laws that you should have. It goes back even further than the Ten Commandments.
Right, absolutely.
But still. So my point is, I don't necessarily accept all of that stuff. But, so I'm trying to figure out, like, are we here? Like, what? The Anunnaki story is kind of like we just here to slave the earth. Like, we are here because that the gods, okay, not God, but the gods came to earth and they didn't feel like doing this struggle to mine gold. And so they said, fuck all that. We got to build somebody to do this shit for us. And so they built man in order to fix their shit up and mine their gold and do all the things that they wanted them to do, right? And the Bible does kind of say that in a way. It says that the Most High didn't have anybody to till the grounds and fix up the earth.
So I have a question.
So he created man.
So I have a question. So, I mean, the one thing about the Bible I always think about is like Bible for the acronym of basic instructions before leaving earth, which is hilarious, right? But I also think about how many people's faith will be shaken if they found out that aliens were real, right? Because to me, it kind of makes sense, especially in the Anunnaki portion where they saying, you know, they came from the heavens and came out here and procreated with man, right? And they're saying that we had giants because of it and things of that nature, right? And I think about the monkeys. The monkeys, man, don't you fucking... The monkeys that are still here never evolved into the next plane of existence.
Right.
So there has to be something that interfered, that changed that dynamic. And I just think the Bible doesn't answer that for me. They went in and genetically engineered the monkeys. So we was a type of creature already. And then in order to modify that creature into making us who we are today, they went in and did their engineering and then made man a living, breathing, conscious being. Now, doesn't that sound like a highly sophisticated species could have done that?
Yeah. But right now, mankind is already tapping into cloning.
Exactly.
And tapping into all of that. This is a big stem cell research debate going on right now to figure out if it's morally correct or not to clone human beings. But they've cloned animals.
Yes.
And so this is a cloning situation that they did, man. I mean... Like, I think monkeys and human beings got all the same chromosomes except for one pair or something. Yeah. I don't even know what a damn chromosome is.
Well, it's X and a Y, and you use... I know
right, yeah, right. But there's something else, too. Do you know nobody has ever seen... what is it, you guys? It's something that we talk about all the time. An atom.
Okay, an atom.
Nobody's ever seen an actual atom. Do you know that?
Yes, they. Well, wait, because like they make nukes by splitting atoms, so there has to be.
We look it up.
Nukes are made from splitting atoms.
What else is it too, bro?
Neutrons,
like a proton, a neutron. Why? Nobody has ever seen any of these things.
Because these things are so small.
Right. But I'm just saying though, nobody has seen one.
I feel like this, man.
Nobody's seen an atom, Peanut. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I feel like this.
An atom is the smallest unit of measurement, right?
I mean, CERN probably has seen an atom.
Who?
CERN.
So, who is CERN? I don't know.
CERN? I forgot what CERN stands for, but they trying to do a lot of shit. But one of the things that they're trying to do.
Okay. What? Okay, so atoms are really small, so small in fact that it's impossible to see with the naked eye, even with the most powerful of microscopes. So you're right.
And
so how the hell do they split an atom?
Wait, what CERN is trying to do is to collide atoms, and really, they say they're trying to open up a portal.
Yeah,
and all of that.
I seen that.
But the main thing that they're trying to do
with that big ass long
big
thing,
ass
bro.
Circle that they got.
Yeah.
They're trying to collide. They collide atoms with that circle. So, but to go into what you were saying about this, man, like me personally, I think it's all about your personal belief.
Okay, so bam. So the reason why I know atoms exist is because energy is released when they split them, right? So there has to be under certain conditions to make it explode. That's how they learn how to split atoms in order to make nuclear bombs.
Atomic bombs.
So,
yeah, atomic bombs.
And that's what I was going into. It comes to like it really comes down to energy, vibrations, and waves. You know what I'm saying? Like when you get on that level to the small like atoms and stuff. And you start to think on that level, then you're thinking in energy, vibrations, and waves.
That's crazy.
So we are just...
That blows my mind. I can't fit that in my mind, how you split an atom, you can't even see one.
Right, but everything is made up...
true. That's what they're doing, atoms. You know?
The atomic bomb is the proof.
The atomic bomb is the name of what they're pointing to when you see this, but you don't know what they did in order to create it. They're only telling you that that's what they did. And if somebody actually had the power to create something so nuclear, I don't know if they would tell and give the information to everyone as to this is what they did in order to do it. It might be just a smoke screen. It might be something.
What do you mean?
Such as they're not telling you the secret in the sauce. They're just telling you.
Right.
Yeah. You feel me? It's like McDonald's secret sauce.
Over there.
Yeah. Wait. You look at the back of a beer and like it'll say high fructose corn syrup and all this type of like high sophisticated stuff. You say, what's up there? Space.
Right.
Like how come that's such a smell like space? How come that doesn't have a name like crazy like that?
Let's not get into that right now.
Yeah.
You know that's gonna take us. But going back to this though, bro, it's like once you get down to that and you start thinking on those levels with atoms and neutrons and protons and all of that, you understand that we are all made up. We are all mass, and mass is just a bunch of atoms. You know what I'm saying? And we
okay.
As everything on this earth is mass. And when you look at mass, it's just a bunch of atoms, and you look at atoms, it's just a bunch of energy. So we are made up of energy. Everything on this earth is made up of energy.
Okay.
So if you understand how energy behaves and you understand the principles of energy, then you can apply that to everything on earth.
I want to tap in with Jay Money real quick, right?
Okay.
Jay, all right. So.
Okay.
So, you said that you are spiritual. All right. So, what does it mean to be spiritual?
Here we go.
It's not really about like church and stuff. It's really about learning, like you said, what you want life to do, what you come here to do. Like your career and your gift is two different things. That's two different incomes. Your career is basically what you live for. Your gift is what you doing to get paid for real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And do you think that so?
And it goes
it's not about being. It's not about going to church, right?
Yeah.
But as far as a creator is concerned, do you think that there is an intelligent design creator that created man in his image and in his likeness?
Do I think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I don't.
Peanut?
Do I think that it's an intelligent design?
Yeah. Do you think there's a creator that created man
For sure.
in his image and in his likeness?
Yes.
I do not believe that. I believe, well, until we see what a true alien looks like, I am a believer that aliens did some work to, you know what I'm saying, to the species that already existed here to make us the better versions of what we already were. I think we touched on it before on a different podcast that probably in the air, is they've studied octopus, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't have any common ancestry with nothing else on this planet.
Same as mushrooms.
So it has been speculated that it is not from Earth, like literally not from Earth. And with us having meteors and things of that nature, you can have like big celestial beings that could possibly collide with the Earth. We have different structures on Earth that are spots where, there's evidence that they've been hit by meteors and things of that nature. I don't see why something couldn't hit the water then live there.
I would go. So you think octopuses is made from aliens? Is that what you're saying?
They are aliens.
They are aliens.
Right. And
they're an alien.
That's what been speculated.
To address that, though, we've only explored 5% of the ocean.
True.
So we can't really say
that's a good point.
Octopus are aliens or they from the
That's a good point.
If we don't even know 95% of what's in the ocean.
That's a valid point.
There's a lot of stuff in the ocean.
That's a valid point.
And I believe that.
Here you go.
Thank
Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Yeah.
I'm so scared of the water.
Why you so scared of water?
You don't know what's in there. Like nothing.
Water's in there.
Because we scared of
stuff is in there. Piranhas, eels, sharks, alligators, crocodiles.
But it's like you said, bro, it's 95% of the shit that we don't even know that's there. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be scared of the shit you don't know?
True.
I sailed in the ocean. I used to be in the
man, B-Nut, man.
Navy.
Nautical B-Nut.
Yeah, but it's like I seen
something
jellyfish
weird. Okay.
As big as a car, bro.
Yeah, they be getting big.
I seen jellyfish big as a car, like a whole school of them.
I mean, but like, have you ever seen something weird out there?
It's weird stuff out there.
Besides that, I'm saying like something weird that don't make sense to the senses. Okay, here we go.
What I thought was weird at the time, I saw flying fish.
Okay.
When I first saw it, I thought I was hallucinating, cause I'm on the ship on the back on the dock, and I'm just sitting there looking out in the ocean, and I saw a school of birds. So when you are way out in the middle of the ocean,
they're gonna land on there just to rest, right?
No. You don't see birds.
Right.
If you see birds, then that means you're close to land.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And where we was, it was like we wasn't close to land. We weren't supposed to see any birds. But I saw a school of birds, and then I just saw them all just dive in the ocean.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, damn, I'm tripping. So I just went in and ain't say nothing to nobody. I'm like, I done been out here too long, so I just went in and didn't say nothing to nobody. The next day I was out there, and I was out there with somebody. I seen the same thing, and then it just dove in the ocean. And I looked at my dude like, did you see that? He was like, yeah, I saw that. I said, what was that? And then he said, they were flying fish. And I'm tripping. I'm like, I've never even heard of flying fish, never seen flying fish, none of that. I'm like, man, okay, whatever. Then I seen it again. Like later on that day, they dove back in the water.
Oh my God, y'all made me think of this.
And I'm like, what? And I seen them come up out the water one time. I was like, okay, that is fish. They coming up out the water, and they'll glide for about 30, 40 yards.
That's a lot.
That's far.
That's flying.
Right. And they flying, and then they just dive back in the water. So when I looked it up, I'm like, man, what the fuck? So, but what they said was when those fish do that, that means it's something under there that's chasing them. Yeah. And they'll fly up out the water to get away from whatever it was. And then they'll glide. And then one landed on the thing, and I picked it up and I looked at it.
So that shows that they evolved to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is wrong with monkeys?
Well, all of it, according to evolution, like we started out as fish, sea creatures.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I agree.
I ain't never heard of that though. I heard of the monkeys, but I ain't never heard of the fish.
No, but think about it. We are born in water. We are born in water.
Right. I got some deep though.
And we have gills, but go ahead.
Man, like
gills.
With that.
Wait a minute. Wait, nah. You ain't gonna fast forward past saying niggas got gills.
With that
you about Johnny Gill?
With that thought process, man, this is what made me think about this. This is from the book of B-Nut, so don't, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta publish that. That sound hard.
So, but look though, we came from water. We evolved from water.
Yeah.
I got a theory that it's still intelligent beings like us in the ocean.
Thank you.
And that's why they had those ocean fires. That's why they detonated that 90-ton bomb in the ocean. Mm-hmm. That's why we see UFOs, because they coming up out just like we going in there with submarines. They coming up out of here with they
Yeah, the UFOs go into the water.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is something that I just thought about.
No. Well, I will back you up on that. I just seen this the other day, and it's funny how you said that. The moment you said about the flying fish, and you been out there, it made me think of this story. It is some, I think it's a manatee or something like that. It's a huge animal that is somewhere, I think, around,
mermaid.
Huh?
They call it a mermaid.
No. It's a regular animal that's in the ocean that's supposed to be there. It literally, like, it's a football out there, like a, you know what I'm saying? It's not a football. It's like a soccer football type of thing. And they throw it out there, and it gets it and brings it back and give it to you, let you do it again. He'll do it over and over again like a dog. I can show you a video right now.
It's a creature?
Yes.
A manatee.
Yes.
They said a dolphin brought a dude his cell phone back. He dropped his cell
Yep.
phone.
They said that's the smartest thing in the water.
Yes.
I think the octopus is.
I think we don't know the smartest thing in the ocean.
I think it's what we know. I think it's the octopus.
I think it's a dolphin.
Dolphins, man, orcas are brilliant too.
They are. But I think octopus, bro,
What can an octopus do?
Anything.
Like
Octopus is smart as shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
So is all of that cranium, is that brain space that it's
Octopus
got?
got 2 brains.
Octopus have 2
It has
brains.
2 brains.
Wow.
What can they do though?
What can't they do? They can escape almost out of anything that's not built to hold them.
What can they say with them?
Anything that's not built to hold them.
Well, an octopus, one cool thing about them is that I've seen is they can flatten their body completely in order to, they can get out of that doorway, the bottom. Like if there's a little crease,
yeah, here it
they
go.
can almost liquefy their body.
They got a beluga whale.
A beluga
Beluga
whale.
whale with
I'm gonna send it to you so that you can post it.
No, I ended up that.
This is on the Guardian News. Let me just share it to you. I'm about to send it to you right now, Samad.
How you spell it?
I'm just gonna inbox it to you right quick.
All right.
There you go. 3, 2.
Octopus, they do
1.
Stuff like, they have done
Boom.
stuff like.
Now, this video, I'm gonna set the table for it. So this is what I was talking about, where they literally was out there and they were throwing the ball to it and come bringing it back. There are certain animals that just innately, like they love humans because they know that we not gonna harm them, and they have to get that from somewhere, some reference. They have to have something human-like that they interact with, to where they don't, like, they see us and it's cool. Cause why would they know that? Like, how would you inherently know
Vibes,
that?
I think vibes, energy.
I think so,
Vibrations.
How from the ocean and you on a boat, a big loud boat?
We are what, 80%,
It's on land
70% water?
too, though.
Bro, we are killers, bro.
Humans are 70% water, right? Or more than 70% water.
Okay.
So we are, like you said, we was born and we was conceived in water. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we, as humans, in the water.
Okay.
That's right there, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
That's y'all's YouTube.
Nah, we can see ourselves when we say it.
Hold on, I'm trying to find my cursor down here.
So yeah, to me, I believe that mermaids are real. I feel, yeah, like,
Here it is.
yeah, look, it's literally out there giving the, yeah, look, they're throwing a rugby football is what I was trying to say. Look, he bring it back to him. Look at this. They throw it. And like, he does this so often that they named it, and then like you see people who are just in those waters to come out there.
They say they're smart too.
It's super smart. Watch this. You ever seen anything like this in your life, man?
Like they can track something in their mind. I forgot how their mind works, but they
Sonar.
Yeah.
Look at this, man. So I think about this, man. Like, back to your first philosophical point, right? Mm-hmm. We have other intelligent beings here. Are they held to the same standard as humans?
According to who?
That's what I'm asking. So, like, when he said the big meaning of life, the big old thing, we all hold ourselves to this high standard to go to this place that may or may not exist. Are animals or other things held to the same standard? Like, you know, I had a cat when I was little. Like, when I died, like will I see my cat again?
So, yeah.
Smith, tell me I'll see my cat again, man. Tell me, Smith. It made me feel better about it.
I mean, all animals do the same shit that we talk about, like lions and tigers. Like, they hunt in the wild. You know, are they committing murder when they out there eating a deer? You don't know. I mean, I don't know. But, you know, and I think that's maybe what Bina was trying to ask me earlier. Is like, how will you ever find something like that out to figure out like where we at, where we going, and then if you really don't know who you are or where you came from, where you going, what you're participating in, it's kind of hard to say whether something is right or wrong.
Okay.
But another question that I got for us, so with doing wrong, all right, you have karma that comes back on you. Right?
Yes.
You have karma that comes back on you in this lifetime. Do you think you should be punished for it again after you die?
No.
Where does that come from, though? Because I don't feel like...
Well, in the Bible, they don't have karma. They have
like,
reap what you sow.
Hell isn't real. Like, I don't feel like hell and heaven is a real place. There's no scriptures that backs up this heaven place that we're supposed to go to. There's scriptures that speak about heaven, what God is, what the Most High is, or the Messiah. But as far as humans dying and going to a place called heaven, scriptures don't speak about that. Scriptures don't teach us that.
Well, in some of the scriptures, they say that, like, okay,
paradise.
So, like, they say that, for instance, they say that, like, the Most High, or whoever you want to say the Most High's son is, I'm not going to get into the name,
Christ.
Word, right? Christ. The moment he comes back is when the people that are sitting in the grave, because we'll be in some type of purgatory, you don't even go to heaven until the earth is over. So everybody who died now ain't in heaven yet. Nobody's in heaven or hell.
But it says that it don't say we go to heaven. It says that heaven comes to earth. That's what scripture says. When that happens, what you talking about?
The great tribulation, it will be heaven on earth.
Right. It says heaven comes here to earth. It doesn't say we go to heaven. It doesn't ever say in the Bible that we go to heaven.
That might be just dealing with just the Bible, though. But I think the Quran might call for a paradise after you die.
Right, but that's the same thing. It's like it doesn't say. I don't know what. I don't really know. I haven't studied the Quran. I read it some, but not studied it like that. So I can't really speak on that. But I know in the Bible, it doesn't speak about us.
But do you want to heaven? What about heaven?
Read the Bible.
Right, I know that, but I'm saying heaven as a concept. How do you feel? Do you think it's real or no?
I want to say you go there immediately after you die, but I definitely feel like you do go there. I feel like your life, what you did in your lifetime, it do determine if you go to hell or heaven.
So let me be a nerd for a second, right? So they study people who were in hospice at, I forgot what, maybe Mayo Clinic or something like that. It was some reputable place. They study people's bodies when they died, right? They say that when you die, your body loses how many pounds or something like that?
27,
yeah, so something does leave your body, right? They also study the people's pineal gland or pineal gland. Whoever want to play word games, you can do that at home. But they study it, right? So, like, when you go to sleep at night, your pineal gland releases the same thing you take as, what is it called?
Endorphins or something?
Not endorphins.
Dopamine?
Not in dopamine. It's a thing like you can actually take, like when like you go on a journey, like in your head. It's called a businessman trip.
Melatonin.
Not melatonin. Wait, just give me 2 seconds. But anyways, like that thing that releases in your pineal gland is when you sleep and it produces to make you dream, right? Mm-hmm. When you die, they study and they said that they empty your whole clip of this when you die. Your whole clip come out, right? So these are the things that are responsible for you dreaming. So people who have near-death experiences, their body is going to feel like you are about to die. They dump the whole clip. So you have people that will have these thoughts of heaven, see whoever they vision as their God. Because like if you praise the pig, you will see a pig when you die. So I think it really is determined on how you lived your life on earth is going to be that last video or that last dream you have is going to be what plays in your brain when you die. Yeah. And that'll be your heaven or your hell. If you live this whole life.
Been with somebody like the moments before they die?
No, I never.
No.
I have. My brother Tay. We held his hand and was with him to the moment he passed on. We all sat in the room.
So how did that feel though? What can you explain?
It was man.
DMT.
DMT
was.
But man, he was downloading like a bunch of shit, and he was saying incoherent things, and then he would snap back in and chop it up with us for a little bit. And then he would just be.
So that's how my grandmother was going.
How did he die though? What was his situation?
So he had congestive heart failure, I think, but he was gonna get a heart transplant, and for whatever reason he didn't get the transplant.
Sorry to hear that, man.
So I asked because when you saying he was saying incoherent things, so there wasn't nothing wrong with his mental.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This was one of the things that I personally know. I'm maybe personalizing this a little bit, but this is how it went from my viewpoint, right? My sister, who was his wife,
KK.
Yeah,
I love KK. Man.
She called me and she said,
beautiful
look, bro,
soul.
you probably want to come on up here. He was in Cleveland Clinic and said because they said they don't know what's going on. So I said, okay. Got there. When I get there, they had like his room, but then there was kind of like a waiting room for all the family where everybody just hung out a little bit, so everybody wouldn't be in his room. So I come in, what's up? Go back to his room. As soon as I come in, he's completely sharp.
Like, hey, what's up, man?
Well, he said, bro. He said, bro. They said this is the end of my journey, and we grabbed each other. We cried a little bit, and damn, that was tough, man.
Damn, man.
Shit, like after he said that, that was the last full thought, of what was gonna happen. Kenyatta was right there. His mom was in the room, and it was me, just us. And we struggled for a minute, and then she started hugging him and crying, and then after that, it was it. It was it, man. I mean, and the reason why I'm saying I don't want to personalize this so much, but it seemed like he just wanted to see me so he could just get that off.
Yeah.
We was talking about that.
And after he got that off, he did snap back in and acknowledge people, and like I'm saying, but
he wanted to give you a piece.
A straight away. Yeah. A straight away, just bang, we hit this, and now we know what it is, and then it was over. Hey, and then he started doing this download shit. I mean, they got you on all kind of drugs.
What do you mean by download? Like what was the like?
When I'm saying he's downloading, I mean like his mind was just saying like anything. He like, it's a ladder upstairs, man. Go shit. I don't know. Just get the motherfucking ladder and goddamn it, do what you gotta do. I don't give a fuck. He might say some shit like that. We in the hospital room. We not talking about that.
Man, look, this is what we was talking about when my dad died. Like, people decide to.
Damn, man, that was tough, man.
They decide to die.
I think it's tough too.
And that's because like, it's people. I know if you ever had someone that died, like that was sick, like they held on until. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably held on until he saw y'all.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what my grandma was.
A couple days, he would have been alive for a couple more days. You know what I'm saying? To get there. And that's what I hear from a lot of people.
Yeah, my grandmother the same way.
The situation you was in, that's been there for people. Like when they came, then that person just decided to let go. It was like they was just holding on to wait for that person to get there before they let go.
Yeah.
Right. So
all, like out of all of us, like, man, we got like our for our rap group, you know, we all brothers, you know, and it's like everybody was like, man, none of us really wanted to believe that Tay would die, man.
Yeah.
And so, like, a lot of times they didn't just take it seriously enough to actually come visit him in the hospital. And I'm saying that, like,
because you was a person who was like, man, Tay gonna snap out of that, like something gonna happen.
I didn't know.
Okay.
I went to all. I mean, I wasn't just with him every second.
Right.
But I was, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, out of all of his friends, I would probably say that I was there a lot. I ain't gonna say the most because I don't know who else.
Yeah, who else is there? Right.
But me and him, like the night he was actually supposed to get the transplant, I stayed with him at the hospital that night. We woke up in the morning. The doctors came in. By the way, I feel like they gave my brother's heart to somebody else.
Yeah, I don't trust doctors either.
He had a heart for him.
What?
He had a heart for him, and the transplant was supposed to go down. We stayed up all night. We watched Lonzo Ball play for the Lakers in the summer league,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked all night, man.
What was their excuse on why he didn't get the heart?
Right.
They said that the heart that they told him that he was going to get turned out to not be good, and if they would have gave it to him, it wouldn't have lasted long, and would have had to get another one. And that might be true, you know, but just the hurt that I got from it all, it makes me skeptical.
Right.
And so I just think like, man, they feel like somebody else pulled up with some fucking money and got that heart.
Yeah.
Hey man, you know they say they could put like an animal, like a pig's heart in people.
They did that before.
Yeah, like would you do that? Would you get a pig's heart though? Like would you get a pig's heart?
No, I'm cool.
What if it saved your life?
It might, but not no animal.
What about you?
Not no pig, no.
I don't think so.
What about you?
Man, I don't think
even
of
feel like
death.
you can
I don't
function
think
the
of
same.
death as anything that's not my friend. I think that death is
Grand opening, grand close.
death is definitely good.
That's
for
a
the-
bar.
for
That
the-
death is definitely. He's still good.
I
Still good at
feel
it.
the same way because I kind of feel like it's a transition. Because I don't feel like I understand that we are energy. So if you know energy cannot be destroyed.
Right.
It can only be transferred or stored.
Yes.
It cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed. That's energy.
Yeah, you can't create energy.
And we
cannot.
You can.
And we want to talk about
transferred.
where did we come from and where did we go?
What about kinetic energy? You create energy.
Kinetic. What does kinetic mean? You got to connect to something for the energy to flow.
I can do friction and create energy.
Right, and it's transferred.
Yeah. Let's say I do this and I shock you.
You're not
No wait.
creating it. You're transferring it.
But I created the energy to shock. All right.
Where
Where you going?
created from?
From me doing this action. Are you kidding me?
Action. Hold on. Wait.
Don't make me call Siri.
No, bro. Action in itself is energy. So if you did energy,
What is an alternator then?
to create?
What is an alternator? If I create an alternator that creates energy to keep my battery powered, that is creating energy.
You're transferring energy. Actually, that energy comes from the fuel that's going through the engine.
Wrong.
That's right. It is.
You talking to an automotive? Look, I got a degree in automotive. You feeling like you gonna debate that with me?
Right, because the alternator energy is coming from the engine.
You can run a car with no battery with just an alternator.
Right, but that energy is coming from the engine. That's running that alternator. It's coming from the engine. From the engine.
It comes from the belt loop that's moving and turning. You talking to a mechanic, bro? Are you really gonna argue with
You
me?
should already know this. It's coming from the engine.
If I created this object, then why wouldn't it be creating energy?
Bro, you cannot create energy, first of all.
Hey Siri, can you create energy?
What do you want it to say?
That's a lot.
Can you create energy?
That's a lot. I gotta use the restroom. Fine, figure that out.
Okay, I created a note. Can
See-
you create energy?
That's not what I want.
Look,
Can you create energy?
I think one of the points that I was gonna
I
make
didn't get
is,
that.
like,
Could you try
Whatever. Go ahead.
when we talking about
we
as
get
far
what
as
you're
death is concerned, right?
Yeah.
We don't know where we're going or where we came from.
Yeah.
Right? I'm keep going and kind of belaboring that, but then when we think about this, like, before we got here, we had people here. You know, before you came to Earth, you had your mom,
Yeah.
you had your dad, you had your family that basically showed you around and showed your ropes, taught you how things were going to be.
Yes.
So, what's stopping us from saying, like, when we pass away, we're simply going to another place in order to, when our family eventually comes there, we're only there to show them around, build up the shit so when they come, they'll be comfortable. Like, I fully expect, man, like, when I pass away, for my mom to have things set up for me to understand what I'm supposed to do.
That's how I picture heaven, though.
That is the
That's how I
heaven.
picture heaven.
That is the heaven. The heaven is, but heaven, like, and it's something else too. Like, but being at my point was, like, where we going, where we coming from. When we're born, we had people here to guide us and show us where to go, right? So when we die, the same thing will hold true. That we have people there to show us, and then when your people die after you die, you're there to show them, right? But when we talking about the whole concept of heaven,
Yes.
we talk about God, we talk about heaven, we talk about all the sacred text that describes these things. It's saying that there are streets of gold
Yes.
in heaven. In my Father's house, there are many mansions.
Yes.
So now we're talking about a physical
Place.
You've got cups there. You've got streams there. You've got gold there. So now we're talking about a for real physical place. And so now the point in the question becomes is heaven just another planet that we go to? That our souls go to? And if you can see people,
But
are our souls still physical?
But would that kind of, like, I believe in reincarnation. There are documented stories of children who have birthmarks where they were shot, where they were killed at war, and they can go back to the same place and name things of their old past. I believe in reincarnation, so I don't think it's out the realm possibility that we do go to a different stratosphere, a different version. There are different multiverses and things like that have already been proven. I don't think it's impossible. Like, what if this is the only life that we all survived in?
Right.
Like,
What do you mean?
such as we're alive because this is the life we're in. Once you die, you go. Yeah.
We're alive in multiple parallel universes.
Yes.
Parallel worlds. So, for example, we was talking about atoms and all of the different things that are on the periodic chart. What are these things called?
Neutrons, protons.
Elements and things like that.
Elements. So we're all a mixture, a combination of a particular set of elements.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
These elements are what make up the vast universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I agree.
And if these, like, you're a combination of, let's say you're made of salt, iron, water, and
I ain't no salty ass nigga, bro. They don't put that on me.
so,
You feel me?
but all of these are different elements, right?
Yeah.
So if you're made up of these four things, right, you might be 25% one, 40% something else, and then 10%, and then 25% of something else. So maybe it'll be 100%. Right. So now B-Nut, his composition is 25, 25, 25, 25.
I'm 100.
And then all of us are 100. We all are 100, but it calculates for different elements and when we get to the 100. So what I'm saying is the same combination of elements that make you up, right? That randomness that puts you together, it also exists somewhere else. That same combination of elements in somewhere else on another planet. This same combination. And so you are physically the thing that makes you are randomized in infinite spaces because there's infinite possibilities in the universe. That same combination of elements makes us all up multiple times. And then what he said, a multiverse, so that's just that. But then if you say, well, look, man, shit, there might be millions of universes too, you know? So then that thing just goes over and over and over.
Yeah, because I feel like in a way what you was just saying, but I do feel like when you do die, like, you either become like an animal in that nature, a bird, a dog, some type of.
Yeah. According to
that will make more sense on why certain animals
they act like humans.
That is a group. You know what?
And a lot of humans.
Here you go. Here you go. Pick that point up, girl. Pick that point up.
If you observe them good enough, everybody got a little animal that they look like.
So
All right, man. Go around the table.
So what makes a human more alive than, let's say,
a cockroach,
a dog, or a roach, or a plant? You know what I'm saying? Because all of them are living, right? All of them are alive. So what makes a human more alive than a roach, a cat, a fish, or a plant?
The perspective of a human being.
I feel like your life, yeah. Like
what you mean?
Animals don't have jobs. You got a job.
Animals do got jobs.
What's their job?
Like,
okay, dogs. Okay, they
I paid you like.
I'm saying like
they all got a role.
I'm like, I never seen Air Bud. That's one of our favorite movies growing up.
We don't just work just to work. Like that's what they do to take care of us. But I'm saying that we work to provide for our kids, our family.
That's a man's concept because we don't have to work.
Yes, that's true.
Survive. We don't have to work to live.
We don't.
What we gotta do?
The barter system used to work. You had this system.
No. God has provided everything
we need
for us to
live.
live.
Okay.
We just work because we're in a society.
Capitalist society.
Yeah, we're in
That'd be a capitalist
society. We're in
capitalist,
a
not a
society,
mix.
period. You know what I'm saying? That's
Club,
why we
man.
go to work and we, barter and stuff like that. But animals don't do that. And we don't have to do that. We just choose to do that because we're more intelligent.
Okay, but I'm saying that's just one of the concepts what separate us from animals.
Okay.
But to answer that question, right? There's this theory, right? Well, it's not a theory. Maybe it's a saying. They say the hunter will be always casted as the hero until the story is told by the lion.
Right.
Right. So it's all perspective to a certain extent, right?
Right.
I feel every life force has something. I mean, me and Smith first time kicking, maybe it was like the 6th time we kicked it one day. It was a bug in here, and I caught the bug and took it outside. He's like, man, you all right with me. Like, because it was like, what's the point in killing it? Like,
that was cool, though.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah, like, there's no reason to killing it.
Right. You valued the life of something else and didn't necessarily look at it as a lesser form, so they just
So why do we look at things like that, though?
Man, I'm going to tell you
what
why.
makes things a lesser, like you said, a lesser form?
Who want to laugh?
We don't want to laugh.
Well, tell me why we have animals that go extinct, but nothing we eat ever go extinct. You ever think about that? Chicken ain't never going extinct. Steak ain't never going. Okay, so how can we produce things that? How can we produce things that like go extinct?
We don't need, because we don't need it.
Exactly. Why is that?
Why we don't need them?
Why do things go extinct if we have a system to where the food we eat never go extinct?
They haven't been letting things go extinct. They did back in the day, but now they try to preserve it.
Yeah, and then
the dodo bird is extinct.
I mean, right, but
that little ugly motherfucker, man, that'd be some nice pair of shoes.
I think back then when the dodo bird went extinct, we didn't have a way to measure the quantity of things. Like, we didn't know that it was only one dodo bird left.
Right.
We didn't, but somebody else did.
How?
I feel like they be keeping tabs.
Back then, though?
Yeah.
They knew it was one dodo bird left.
The dodo bird was stupid birds. The dodo bird was stupid birds, man. Like that. They would literally jump on your fork to eat them. Like, that was stupid, man. Like, that way, like, they make fun of a dodo bird.
It's annoying. That's why they
annoying. Like, these niggas want to get
like, man, you just jumping on my. Why you jumping my oven, dodo bird? Like,
but I think the answer to my question, though, is consciousness. Like, we are more conscious than any other life form. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
we're more animalistic than a lot of life forms.
But when you start to analyze and start to try to understand death, you need to examine life.
We are the most destructive, killing, bloodthirsty mammal on this planet. We are. So how conscious are we? We at war right now, killing people. I don't see. I mean, like a bear gonna eat enough to fill itself and take for his family. Nobody gonna mad at that. We are the most. So how conscious are we? We are the most destructive. Like, We all got cars outside. We tearing the ozone. We are terrible.
That's what I'm talking about. We are conscious enough to use fire as a tool. That's how conscious we are.
Yeah.
And we use it for destruction as well.
Damn. Right. So, but that's what separates our life form from a different life form, like a cat or an animal or a plant.
A cat more holy than all of us.
You know what I'm saying?
I hate cats.
Is the consciousness.
We used to be friends. Not anymore.
I don't hate them. I just don't.
I hate them.
Why?
I feel like they're dirty. They are foreign white.
What?
For real, like
Cats clean themselves.
that's dirty.
A dog is disgusting.
I use water to clean me.
Cats use spit.
No, that's not the same thing.
A dog don't. So how about dogs?
You gotta wash your dog.
You gotta wash your cat.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna cut that one clip and take out a context. He gonna look at her and say, "You gotta wash your cat." That's all I'm gonna cut that one. I'm gonna cut that one clip and I'm looking that serious. Nah.
You gotta wash your cat.
With water and soap, not with spit.
Cats are self-sufficient.
Like
Cats are independent, man.
So you don't like your cat to be washed with spit?
I don't have no cats. Never
All right.
I'm just a cat lover. So.
Listen, you guys, man.
I love dogs.
I love everybody. I do have an appointment in the good old
Smetaverse.
Yes, but
Smith.
this podcast does not necessarily have to end.
Meet us in the Smithverse.
Meet me in Horizon. Everybody go buy an Oculus headset, man. I'm ready to break out my big boy mall, man. It's gonna be amazing.
We're about to start having this live in the metaverse.
Yes, we
In
are.
the Smetaverse.
Our shit sweet as hell. So
For real.
let's all close with a cool word of wisdom, and I will start. All right, you guys. Like I said, you don't know where you're coming from, where you're going, but while you are here, you do know what's going on. So just make the most of it, man. Do what you love, and your life will be lovely. I talked to Jay today, and I think that we both thought that choosing a career is something that you should do, like kind of like with your heart, and not necessarily off of how much money that you can make off of it. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Like Forrest Gump and my brother. Without further ado, my brother Peanut Johnson, over to you.
The meaning of life, man. I love that topic, man. I want to just close out with this, man. We are born with 2 hands, 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 legs. I think people live with half of that, and they live a full, flourishing life. We are here to help people. You have ears to listen. You have extra arms to help the next person. You have extra legs to kick somebody's ass if you got to. You know what I'm saying? Please take the time to help somebody. I don't give a fuck what you do in your life. You could have went down the wrong path. You could have did evil. You could have did good your whole life. But turn your life around as quick as you can and help somebody, man.
People only got one mouth. That means, man, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Sometimes and listen.
You feel me?
People listen to talk, not to hear.
All right, come on. B-Nut.
Okay.
B-Nut.
I'm gonna say this, bro. We are all energy, bro, and everything is energy, and your consciousness controls your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So be positive energy.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that means control your consciousness. Think positively.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So your consciousness control your energy, and everything is energy.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, you control everything around you.
You sure do, man.
You really
You know what I'm
do.
saying? So that's all. I'm gonna close with that. I'm gonna pass it to.
That was hard.
Come on, Jay.
I'm
what
gonna
you
just
got?
say, you here for a certain amount of time. It's not a number. Pick what you go. Find your gift on your journey. Find your career. Find what you're here for. Live life. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't always let somebody put a bug in your ear and go with that. Make your decision and live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
That was hard.
I love it,
Man, we
man.
gonna close with
Hey,
that.
everybody go to Sheik's tonight, man. It's their 5th anniversary.
Yes.
Sheik's for breakfast, Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you ever get injured, call attorney Michael Wright. Big got the Kiara wine.
Yeah.
That's Kiara wine.
We're busting it down today.
We've been sipping. We need some more, Big.
TheShopArea.com. We're at Gold for Your Mouth T-Shirt Kings
Brrr.
and Camera King Studios, man. T-Shirt Kings, we got our special going again. 50 shirts for $250. So it's very lit. You guys come on and start your business. It's an automatic double up. $5 for a T-shirt, right? and then you can sell it for 10 or 20. You spend $250, you can make $1,000. And it's definitely going
for $20
right now. Yeah, they are.
With proper branding, you can sell for $100.
Man, so definitely do that. And then my bro, Peanut Johnson, teaches you how to get a big old bag from selling stocks and investing your money the right way. Sell stocks, not dope, every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel on Facebook, man. So that's every Sunday
and buy Bitcoin, not
8
bullshit.
p.m.
Yeah.
So coming up this week, we got Coach Chastain coming on the show. That's Monday from the Metal Day Alliance. See, I got on my little Metal Day gear. They won the district championship.
Yes,
so
sir.
He's going to come in and talk about his life story and just kind of tell how he got to where he was. We got Kerry Ivy coming on
Big dog.
Wednesday. And he's going to have Mr. Know-It-All, Dion Cash, Rennie, and maybe somebody else. But, yeah, we got that coming up. And then who we got from Ruts? We trying to book a guest from Sweets.
The lady Sweets across the street from Ruts. She on the Sweets
across the street from Ruts.
Restaurant from Ruts. Cynthia and then her husband. He's been in the trucking game in the Dayton area for a long time. He pretty much run the trucking game around here.
So we got those bros coming through and sis coming through. And then we got blackcryptonews.com.
Yeah.
We doing that Tuesday, ain't we?
We doing that Tuesday. We could do it twice a week, man.
Yeah.
Black Crypto News is definitely the it's. I love talking about that, man.
And it's steady changing though, bro. I thought we was gonna talk about it today. We was gonna drop them with this economic warfare that they got going on.
Yes, sir.
Well, we definitely can tap in more than once a week, but for right now, we for sure that we're gonna do it Tuesday. So Tuesday at 6:00, and then Jay, we wanted to introduce her. She gonna come with her own podcast.
That's hard.
With her vibe, we kind of sucked her into our intelligent, intellectual life stuff. But we gonna put together her podcast. So,
absolutely.
Man, our network is definitely building. We got Dash Resource on Sunday.
Yes. We may have to postpone that for a special guest.
Oh, wait a minute. Sunday we got
Yellow Pain coming through, man. Yes, man. Yeah. I ran into him on a humble. I went out to Third Perk. I love Third Perk. Yeah. I went out on a humble, bro. I went out there just to give Juanita a shirt, bro.
Yeah.
Pulled down there and Yellow Pain walking down the street, bro. That's hard.
Shout out to Yellow Pain.
Shout out to Yellow Pain.
Yellow Pain,
for sure.
Yellow Pain is a genius,
I like
bro.
his lyrics.
Yes,
and
amazing.
So, man, we gonna have Yellow Pain come on Sunday, Chastain on Monday, Black Crypto News on Tuesday, Kerry Ivy on Wednesday. Thursday, I don't know what we got on
Jay on Thursday. We're going to throw Jay in
there. If Jade is available, we got Jade on Thursday. All right, we got Jay on Thursday. So, yeah, man, it's definitely going down.
It's going down.
All right, y'all. Man, y'all check me out in the metaverse, man. Go to T-Shirt Kings, 247.com. Scroll down one section. And then you're going to see virtual VR gallery. Click that, and then you will be able to go to my metaverse location.
Yes, sir.
Once you get in the T-Shirt King metaverse location, you can visit Gold for Your Mouth. And we got a metaverse mall that I'm building right now inside the Horizon. So
cop some shirts, cop some merch, man.
Every time you go on social
cop some shirts, cop some merch. Be a capitalist. Hashtag Dayton.
Hashtag Dayton.
Being capitalist, not a victim, man. It's lit for y'all, man.